Joe Hopkins here, and today I'm taking a second look at my Wolf from AIO WLP. Now, why a second look? Well, you know, I watch a lot of reviews on guitars and whatnot, and you get a lot of initial impressions, right? But you don't get a lot of how does this guitar handle over time? And, you know, I've owned this for about a year, which most guitars are not going to wear out in a year, you know, even the cheap ones. But the thing is, initial impressions are different than how you feel about a guitar over time. I've owned this for a year. I've recorded with it. I've played it a lot. And I have, you know, my thoughts about an instrument that I've played a lot over the course of a year instead of one that I've played just, you know, a time or two. And it's different impressions. So you guys would like to know. I mean, hey man, the first time I banged your mom, it was great, but after a year, you know, it kind of wore off, right? Anyway, that's a joke. That's a joke. I could have said I was banging your girlfriend, right? But anyway, this guitar, owned it for a year. I thought really, really well of it a year ago when I bought it. And you know what? That has not changed. I think this thing is awesome. I think this guitar, which was, I think, around 450 bucks when I bought it, they're still, you know, you buy a case with it, which I did, and you get a deal on a case if you buy it with a guitar, obviously. The whole total came to like just over $500. And for 500 bucks, this thing is awesome. I would pick this over a Gibson Les Paul any day of the week. And I'm not just saying that, man. I mean, really, not just to bash Gibson. I mean, I like Gibsons, right? I know I've bashed them before, but I do like Gibsons. I do. But this thing is just plain awesome. I still love this guitar. The electronics work flawlessly, right? No problem with the tone controls and the volume controls. We all know, anybody that's bought a budget guitar knows that sometimes you get those ones where the pots aren't great. The tone, like you go to roll it off and it doesn't roll off. It's just straight across and then drops all of a sudden at a certain point. This just rolls off cleanly. Same thing with the volume. You know, playing with it, I like the way the neck pickup sounds. I like the way the bridge pickup sounds. Everybody loves the bridge, but this has such a sweet neck pickup on it. The setup they did on it has lasted just wonderfully. The frets are amazing. And I mean, obviously the tuners, they're Grover. They're Grover tuners. You know they're good. It's a good looking guitar. It's a good feeling guitar. And I can say, honestly, I've played it a lot, mostly because I know every now and then I talk about what my favorite guitar is, and it keeps changing because, I mean, they're all my favorites. They're all my babies. And each one is my favorite in a different way, you know? You know how it is. If you own a bunch of guitars, they're all your favorites, just for different things. But this is the one I find myself picking up just about the most, even though it's not the most convenient, you know? I don't have it hanging up on a hanger. I have it in a case. And it's easier to just grab something that's hanging on the wall. But I still find myself grabbing this a lot because it's such a joy to play. AIO really, really carries good stuff. Their Wolf and their AIO brands are amazing. And this guitar is just amazing. And it looks great. You got the abalone inlays. You know what I mean? I don't know. I got to get the light on it. You got the abalone around the binding. It looks nice. It feels nice. I love this nice bright white, right? I was thinking, I either want one of the black bursts or a white. And I went with the white, and I'm glad I did because it's just so cool and so pretty. It's such a pretty guitar. White with the gold hardware. You can see it. Get it in the light there. It sparkles, you know? But beyond that, the pickups sound amazing. Now, I have an IYV Les Paul style guitar that has the same Destiny pickups in it, and it sounds the same. But for some reason, this one just feels a bit better. Even with both of them have great setups, This one's set up a little bit better. AIO did a great job. To you guys at AIO, you did a really great job setting this up. And it's just, honestly, I don't know if I would say it's my favorite guitar, because they're all my favorites. I'm even loath to pick one at this point, but this is the one I gravitate to. I just want to pick it up and play it. Now, it is kind of heavy, like a Les Paul. You know, Les Pauls are heavy, and it feels like that. It's not that modern design. You don't have the little, the scooped out stuff to make it easier to hit the higher frets. But I'm not a shred guitarist. I don't go up there a lot anyway. You can get to them, right? But I don't a lot. Some people are different. I guess if you're a shreddy guitarist, maybe this ain't the one for you. I'm really blues, classic rock kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not fast. Like them guys that do all the sweep picking and the shreddy, like really fast. I'm not super fast. And this guitar really suits me just fine. But, you know, for a lot of you guys that are just tuning in, you want to hear how it sounds. And I want to play it. I want to noodle around because that's what I do, man. What's the point in having a guitar channel if you can't fuck around on your guitars? So I'm going to turn on an amp here. There we go. Get that one. Wait, turn it up. There we go. Yeah, nice clean amp. Let's get that neck pickup. You can hear how mellow it sounds. There we go. I think that sounds nice. Let me see, is it still in? Just starting to drift out a little bit. Now keep in mind, I got a lot of temperature changes in this studio I have here. It's not terribly climate controlled. When I took this out of the case, it was right in tune. But once you start playing it, it warms up a little bit. It changes. This thing does have very good tuning stability. In general, it stays in tune. But once again, you know how it is. You play a guitar, you got to play it a little bit, warm everything up, you know, get it used to your hands being on it, and then tune it, and it'll stay in, right? That's like that with any guitar. This one's good, though. I love how mellow that sounds, right? And you can hear it with both pickups. Right, nice mellow tone to it, right? I like that. And that's the nice thing about these, man. This one and my IYV, like I said, the pickups on the IYV are pretty much the same. You can get those nice mellow tones and then get it twangy-ish. You know, you put it on that bridge pickup. It's not super twangy, but I'll show you. You still got plenty of warmth with that, right? It's not like my Telecaster. You put it on that bridge pickup and it just cuts, right? Same thing with a lot of Strats. This one still has some warmth to it. So, I mean, if you want something that cuts, and sometimes I do, I pick up the Tele. For this, though, I mean, come on. Yeah, I like that sound. I like the way it sounds. I like the neck feel. It feels very Les Paul-ish, right? Which sometimes I want something thinner, sometimes I want something wider, sometimes I want something that, you know, more of a different neck profile to it. But I do, for some reason, really like this guitar. Very classic rock feeling, you know what I mean? Very classic guitar feel, and I like it. Yeah, you know, that kind of thing, that kind of vibe. Tell you what, let's put some crunch on it. Yeah. There we go, some crunch. Sounds like it's staying in tune. Yeah, it's staying in tune pretty good. Like I said, this one, and I think a lot of it has to do with the Grover tuners. It really stays in tune well, but see some crunch on, let's do the neck pickup there, yeah. Yeah, but both pickups. We'll do some both pickups. We're going to get to the bridge because the bridge is awesome. But both pickups. Yeah, you know, I missed a string and I leave it in for you guys. Also because I'm lazy and I don't want to edit that much, right? Anyway, let's check out that bridge pickup, right? Gotta hear that. That's my attempt at tapping. Yeah, you gotta dig that, right? I dig the sound, I dig the feel, I dig the whole thing, but can it do high gain, right? And I say it can. Now I know because I've been playing it, so you know. There we go. Not too bad, especially after a couple brews, right? Because usually I shoot these videos on my day off, man. I had a couple, you had a couple beers and playing. Makes you a little sloppy, but you know, I dig it. All right, high gain. Let's go to that neck pickup. Yeah, let's do both pickups. Both pickups, high gain, see if we can metal this motherfucker up. All right, I thought that was pretty cool. Probably when I'm editing it, I'll be like, man, I was sloppy. But, bridge pickup. Don't you hate it when you get through something cool and you mess up the last note? But anyway, I'm going to cut the amp off there. There we go. There we go. So anyway, after a year of owning this guitar, I still give it rave reviews. This thing is amazing. The finish is great. It's held up really well. Take a look, man. You don't see a lot of wear on that finish, like on the neck. I mean, man, I play this thing a lot, okay? And I'm not always drunk when I do it. I am today. I'm not drunk. I'm a little. But yeah, this thing is an amazing guitar. And AIO did an amazing job doing the setup on it, right? Now, I've done other videos on this guitar and its manufacture and all that stuff. Like I said, I got an IYV Les Paul, which is manufactured by Inion Vina. IYV. Inion Vina makes these too, which means that they're pretty similar, right? I do think this is a hair better, and not just because they put all the bling on it, right? The all the abalone and the gold hardware, and yeah, it's got a lot more bling than my IYV does, which cost a lot less on Amazon. But this guitar really, I don't know, man. I think Inion Vina maybe steps it up a bit for their clients because this does feel better. Like I said, sounds about the same. It's got the same pickups in it, but it just feels better. It plays better. I don't know. It's just a better guitar. And for honestly, when you're under $500, you're in the range where it's budget. And this is definitely a good guitar for $500. I can't even begin to find any actual fault with it. After a year, some guitars, you start to notice their problems. I have not found anything wrong with this after a year. Nothing. It is awesome, and it's the guitar I like to pick up. So anyway, right, I'll have to say, if you guys want to see my initial thoughts on this or my thoughts on other guitars, right? At the end here, there's a reviews playlist, right? Or there's an end screen and playlists come up. One of them says reviews. You can check out my reviews playlist and, you know, check out the reviews. I'm going to play it some more here in a second, but you should subscribe to my channel. You should check out my songs playlist at the end here. And I'm just going to play this thing, right? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play you out, right? So here we go. Peace out, baby. See you next video. I love you guys.